Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Double whammy today, for me anyways. Good morning, double whammy. I got a lot going on today, and to be quite honest, I could have stayed in bed, but bless those chickens, they get me up, and I'm up, I'm underslept, I'm a little bit overstressed for me. And I also have one of my children's having a birthday today. So anyways, hi. Hey, it's me. Oh, I just don't know about you. Do you have children? If one of my children is not feeling physically well, it literally, I worry about them so much, it makes me physically sick. So I am actually not a very good caretaker in that sense that I can handle the situation. I handle it, but inside, I'm being, oh my gosh, I just bellyache, diarrhea, I just don't worry well. And really, who would want to worry well? Worry is not a vibration that we want to put ourselves in. You know, we want to be sending our children love and seeing them doing well. And when they're not doing well, I don't know about you, but it just kills me. So, I laugh about that, but really that's what it feels like. Oh my gosh, I just want them to be better right now. So my daughter either ate something or is having, her lips are red and swollen. I thought maybe she's just getting really bad chapped lips, but now I don't know if it's a dietary connection or she's getting an outbreak of cold sores, or I have no idea what's going on with her poor little face. And you just want them to be better. So luckily I'm doing lemon balm right now, so I've got some of that and getting her pumped full of vitamin C, and I actually broke down and approved some children's ibuprofen last night because I was like, yeah, let's see if we can get the swelling down, the redness down, and it's wow. So anyways, I've got this going on, and you know what, and I told myself last night, could you chill out? Because there's actually parents right now that are sitting beside a hospital bed with their kids, and it was oh my God, I hate to take that route, but I almost had to snap myself out of it. Could you just stop worrying? Her body knows how to heal. She's clearing something, or, this is a message. And then, of course, I made the mistake of looking online, what it could be, connected to. And I came across this page that, kids that get swollen, their lips swell up, it could be, linked to Crohn's disease and intestinal stuff. And I'm oh my God. And then I thought about all the crap she's eaten. In the past week, we did a family reunion, we did a graduation picnic. I think she had 3 hot dogs. So it could be a reaction to the nitrates and the sodium, because it kind of started a lot more the very next day. And then that very next day we had the crappiest cake from Walmart. And, that's gluten, sugar, dyes. She had all this candy, more than I probably even realized, because they know to, eat it quietly. So I don't try to get rid of it. They got candy from the reunion and artificial colors. And, I mean, wow. If there was ever a week with a lot of triggering dietary possibilities, this would have been it. So then it's hard to even point a finger. But I keep thinking about those hot dogs because my other daughter the next day woke up and around her eyes was puffy. And I was oh yeah, you ate some nitrates. What's up? And So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. You just want them to feel better. I did go out to the garden right away yesterday when I realized, wow, something's going on. And I picked calendula, plantain, mallow, and comfrey, blended it up with a little water, and she can dab that on her lips. And, that's one thing she can do. But we got a lot of different remedies going on. And, I always wonder, like, is she allergic to the lip balm or this or that? But I'm feeling dietary. But anyways, regardless, Mama is feeling a little bit stressed out. So I've got that going on. And then my son is turning 17 today. So happy birthday. And I don't have anything ready. Like, usually I wake up and we've already prepared for this birthday. And we're hoping he wants to sleep all day like he normally does as a teenager who stays up all night playing with games with his friends. And then we'll put together a birthday for him. But it just kind of feels like an off day. And I would love to go back to sleep because I probably only got about, 4 hours of sleep. So anyways, got to go with the flow. Yesterday we did the law of flexibility. So putting it into action today, right? Like, okay, let's see if you can stay in the present moment and accept yourself and other people and your current circumstance. Oh, and what else did I write down? Everything serves our highest good if we make good use of it. So yeah, just let's go with this and we'll learn from this and heal this. But it's never fun. Never fun healing up your little bears. You just want them to stay well. So anyways, the serenity prayer was also linked into the law of flexibility yesterday. God, give me this serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So that brings us, let me turn the page, to the 30th law of the universe, at least in this packet. It's number 30. They're probably not really numbered in the universe. But this today, oh wow, is the law of forgiveness. Wow. So the law of forgiveness, it's a pretty good chunk to read here. So I will read it to you. And then I have the Soulflower Plant Spirit Oracle deck out because I just thought I would love to have a couple flowers, and then I might lay back down. I might have to. Of course, it's about 7:00 now, and it's I was thinking there's probably two different timelines: the girl that went back to bed, and then the girl who got up and got a head start on her day, regardless of her conviction that she was sleepy. It's like, which girl do you want to be? And right now, I am talking with my eyes closed, which it really isn't, I do that a lot, actually. That's why I love this podcast. I can sit here and talk with my eyes closed. Yesterday, I did a testing broadcast for a live stream, and I had to open my eyes to talk there. I was trying to figure out, I'm going to pull some cards on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook page, and I had to figure out the technology, which was good because it seems like I have to rotate my iPad for it to work. Well, unless I want to live stream upside down. And there was a few other things that I worked out the kinks, and wow, just the fact that it makes me way more nervous to have the live interaction because I'm out of practice with it, and it's a whole different ballgame too when I have to look at my face. No offense, Sadie Marie, but I become super aware that I'm on camera. So I will work through that, but it was whoa, this is so different than my chill podcast. So anyways, the law of forgiveness. So my forgiveness practice is active and current and daily, and I've often said every time I turn around, I'm getting another chance to forgive, right? When just people are being people, it's like, wow, every time I turn around, you're giving me another chance to practice my forgiveness. So let's see what number 30 is, what the law of forgiveness says. And let's see if it resonates. So number 30, the law of forgiveness. This law works with the energy of allowingness and seeing all as love. So one may dispense with the unnatural feeling of getting even. So let me just repeat that. This law works with the energy of allowingness and seeing all as love, so that one may dispense or let go of, get rid of, with the unnatural feeling of getting even. The old energy of an eye for an eye keeps the vibrations of a person very low. To forgive, to release old anger, allows the law of grace to intercede and dispense with amounts of karma an individual has stored in his or her akasha. Non-violence is the natural outgrowth of the law of forgiveness and love. All good comes from forgiveness. It is a truth that the continuation of the human species is due to man's being forgiving. Forgiveness is holiness. By forgiveness, the universe is held together. Forgiveness is the might of the mighty. Forgiveness is quiet of mind. Forgiveness and gentleness are the qualities of the self-possessed and represent eternal virtue. So yeah, in this universe, for sure, forgiveness is held to a very high esteem and regard, and anyone who steps into wisdom know that forgiveness is the way. And I remember when I started my forgiveness journey, and really it hasn't been that long ago, like a year, or like when it, yeah, I think so. So yeah, I'm still trying to become a better person. But anyways, my point is, when my oracle cards started harassing me that forgiveness was the way, and they were harassing me and my friend Angela, and we would be like, hell to the no. We are not forgiving these people that have wronged us so much. You know, like we were really super resistant and open about our resistance. Like, okay, everyone else can forgive their enemies, but we know who you are, you know, kind of like that. And at the same time, we're just like, I don't think I can let this go. I don't think I can ever forgive that person. So there was quite a bit of that. And it really, sorry, as a yawn is sneaking through. Let me just take a little nap here. And it really was like a little interjection here of the idea of forgiveness. You know, maybe someday I can forgive. We had to get it to that point, like maybe someday. But you guys, it's been the hardest work ever. Forgiveness is like daunting at best, like for some situations and some people. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. You have this list in your head of unforgivable acts, even if they haven't been done to you personally, but you just even look out at the world and you think, oh my God, if someone, you know, molested my child, I would never be able to forgive them. There we go. I'll just go to like a ridiculously hard one. You know what I mean? Or if someone, mass shooting, right? You could never forgive the shooter. Those are just really two extreme ones, but that is the world that we live in. And it's like, you can just have this little list of unforgivable acts, but the further you go on your spiritual journey, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to have to forgive everyone and everything, because if I don't, it just keeps my vibration lower. The old energy of an eye for an eye keeps the vibration very low. And then as you're on your journey of ascension and you're on your journey of spiritual awareness and wisdom, you keep doing your forgiveness work because that's what comes natural. And you're like, wow, I wouldn't want anything to stop me now. So anyways, it really is like, hey, wherever you're at on your forgiveness journey, eventually you forgive more and more and more when you see everything as love and you see yourself as love and you start looking at life through the eyes of God. You're in your God self essence in a tiny way, here in your body. And when you start living that way, you start forgiving everyone and everything. And it's weird. So anyways, this law works with the energy of allowingness and seeing all as love. Because getting even, getting back, that's just lower frequency stuff. And we got to allow the law of grace to come in. That's the way to forgive. That's the way to release old anger. And then that's a way of clearing our karma a little bit. And non-violence is the way. For several years, every year I would do the season of peace and non-violence. And I think it starts like in January and then goes to Martin Luther King's birthday. And every day there's an idea. But there is a playlist on my YouTube channel, Sadie Marie Cherico, because one year I read the lesson each day. I did 64 videos of it. So another couple years, if I might want to re-listen to those. Not this year. No, not this year. I hope not. Please no, Sadie, don't. But it just might be interesting someday to listen to them again and see if they're different now. See if my perspective has shifted and changed. And I'm probably betting you $5 it has. It really has. All good comes from forgiveness. All good will come from forgiveness. And if we want to continue our human species, then we all need to become forgiving. Forgiveness is holiness. And by forgiveness, the universe is held together. That was interesting. Forgiveness is the might of the mighty. And forgiveness is the quiet of mind. So if you want peace in your mind, you can pretty much link it in to forgiveness, because if you don't have peace of the mind, you've got something repeating and you're hating on someone or something repetitively. I mean, that's one thing, right? The peace of mind can be compromised by unforgiveness and worry, like me today, like, oh my gosh, we're all like, is she going to be okay? Like, poor thing. And oh goodness, could we have a little faith? Can we trust in the universe, please? And know that all will be well. So forgiveness and gentleness are qualities of the self-possessed and represent eternal virtue. So include forgiveness in your practice, your spiritual practice. If you're not yet, you will be. Spoiler alert. Eventually, forgiveness and the quest for it and the necessity for it on your spiritual journey will be pretty obvious. But it takes us all different pace. We're all on a different pace, how fast we want to get there and, go with it. So anyways, that's it. The law of forgiveness, number 30. A Course in Miracles has really helped me the past 207 days. I'm on lesson 207. It is all about forgiveness too. And I keep chipping away at it, and we are getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, good job. High five, self. All right. Got a drink of water. And while I was getting a drink of water, I was like, I should freeze some water in a popsicle holder. You know, that might become in handy today for my daughter. Poor thing. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. So, I mean, I try to let my kids choose for themselves what they want to eat, and because if not, they just hate you. You know, she's like, when they were little, under 8, it was like I felt like I had more control over their diet. Now that they're all over 10, it's like difficult to control them when we are out and about. But you know, I really would like this house to clean up its act too. And my daughters, both of them, need to eat more vegetables. I mean, come on, girls, don't learn things the hard way. So, all right, this card is catching my attention, so I'm going to put that one out. Let's just pull 3 cards here. So can we have some cards for guidance today? Some flowers from the Soulflower Oracle deck. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. The first flower that tripped on my thumb when I was shuffling was red clover, tranquility. Okay, that's interesting. Red clover has stalked me around all summer, so you know, she might help in this situation too. Moving whatever's in my daughter's face right now that's irritating her. It really could be like a cold sore virus, you know? I really am wondering that, or a yeast. Or it could be, and it could have been aggravated by food. It's really hard to say, but I will have to think about, you know, using some red clover, maybe some tea or something. But red clover is all about tranquility. So it's saying, hey, whatever's causing a racket in your, a ruckus, a racket in your mind today, let's see if we can get you back to peace. You know, let's see if that can happen for you. So red clover is all about tranquility. I'll read you her message here in a minute, but I want to see all 3 cards here. Our middle card is mugwort with integration. And our last card is you guys are going to laugh. You're not going to believe this. The last card is milk thistle with forgiveness. So, of course, these cards look amazing together. You know, milk thistle and red clover have about the same color flowers with this artwork. And mugwort is in the middle with like a brown background. So they look really good. There's some contrast between the cards. But yeah, you guys, is this hilarious to you? Like, basically what this is saying is like, you know, we've got tranquility on one end and forgiveness on the other. And how do you get to tranquility and peace of mind? Through forgiveness. And in the middle, we have integration. So yeah, it is a big thing to integrate into your life. And it's not just like you're like, okay, I'm going to forgive everybody and everything. And it's like, bam, it's done. It's, for me, that I don't see that could happen. Maybe, you know, I should be miracle minded that it could happen like that. But I'm guessing that you have some work to do. I'm guessing that you can do a little, like if you have somebody that you've hated for 10 years, 13 years, right? You can't forgive them overnight. It's like every day you have to work a little bit at it. And then you think that you did forgive them and something new comes up, a little bit of residue comes up, like, yeah, you know, you think you forgave them, but maybe not. Or like you think you forgive them, but then there's a possibility of you having to like be in the same space with them, and you get triggered and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't completely forgive them. See, it's interesting. Like, did you really, 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 like, when this person's name comes up, are you in total peace? Or are you still a little bit mad? Are you big mad or little mad? You can evaluate how much more forgiveness work you have to do. So is this ongoing process of integrating more love into you, more acceptance, more allowing, more forgiveness? So yeah, red clover, mugwort, and milk thistle. Tranquility, integration, forgiveness. So shout out to my cards for bringing in a forgiveness card on the same day that we're doing the law of forgiveness. I always appreciate the magic to that. That's fun. So I'm just going to read all three of these, and then I might go lay back down with my daughter. She slept with me because when my children aren't feeling well, like, I like to have them in bed with me so I can watch them and put my hand on their forehead, because she was a little bit warm too last night, which makes me think that it's, the cold sore virus or the herpes simplex, whatever. Like, it looks like it wants to blister. So I'm kind of thinking that. So that's why I'm like, let's get some lemon balm in her water, and because that's a really good antiviral herb. But yeah, I'm trying to take like all of precautions, all type of angles. But after I read these cards for myself and for you, thanks for hanging with me, I am going to lay back down. Because when I don't get enough sleep, I almost feel like nauseous. Like, oh, metal mouth, go lay down. So red clover is about tranquility. Red clover helps support a sense of clarity, individuality, and self-awareness in the midst of our chaotic and often negative world. She is a calm and steady presence, helping you to remain balanced and to think and act from your center of truth, despite whatever may be taking place around you. So if there's a lot going on today, you got a birthday, oh my gosh, and so that's the thing, like, I'm all worried about one kid, and like, I need to be celebrating another kid. It's like, really, like, oh, hello, emotionally exhausting day. Where have you been, my old friend? I haven't seen you since yesterday. No, this is another level. So it's like, wow, like, let's get in our center. As my stomach's growling, I need to eat. And I don't want to eat. When I'm stressed out, I don't want to eat. Let's get in our center of truth, regardless of what's going on around you. Like, practice for the chaos that could happen in the future, right? Like, come on, mama. This isn't even that bad of a situation. Let's practice being balanced and clear and grounded so that you can be open enough to receive an intuitive message of something that may help, or something that you can do, or some insight into this situation. And, you'll gain some healing experience, and, you just gotta let everybody else do their own healing work too. Everyone's body is capable of healing. That's what I tell myself when I'm worried about my kids. Their bodies contain infinite intelligence, and it knows how to heal. That's what the body does. It heals itself, and just let it happen, okay? So yeah, let's take a deep breath. Think about red clover. Think about the beautiful pink honey lotus. And yeah, let's sink into that energy. Let's sink into that tranquility. Thank you, red clover. Thank you. And yeah, I got red clover. I can make tea if we need to move some of that stagnant energy, get it moving, get it out, and it seems like it wants to come out of her lips. So we gonna do it. It's gonna happen. All right, so mugwort. Wow. I felt like my dreams were definitely lucid last night, and I can't really remember what I was dreaming about, but like, I knew I was, and I kept waking up regularly. So that kept me in that kind of, I didn't get that deep sleep. So mugwort is about integration. There is a rhythm and balance to all life, a dance between physical reality and the spiritual world. Mugwort opens and expands your consciousness to embrace all that you are, light and dark, body and spirit, helping you integrate all aspects of your multidimensional consciousness into your everyday practical life. So yeah, just accept everything right now. And, yes, I'm not going to I'm not going to beat myself up for being worried. I mean, that's not the emotional place that I want to be, right? But that's part of my shadow. That's part of my darkness, like getting swept up into fear for our children. So yeah, instantly I want to forgive myself for worrying, and I know better too. It's like when you worry, you just put more bad vibes into the situation, right? And you do tap into that energy of fear, and you lower your frequency. So let's, anything we're worried about or stressed out about, let's send it love. Let's send it peace and clarity and acceptance, and maybe some forgiveness, right? Maybe some forgiveness too. I was thinking last night about, when we hate on something, we send like judgment and negativity, and then that doesn't help the situation at all. It doesn't help. Politics, you don't like your politician, right? Not my president. Well, you just are adding bad vibes into the mix, right? And you're not helping that person become the best version of themselves. So anyways, let's be careful about what we're worrying about and stressing about and hating about, and see if we can reroute some of our worries today. And how do we do that? Like Mugwort says, expand our consciousness to embrace all that you are, everything. So yeah, it's like sometimes we just have to say, I'm human. I'm so freaking human, and just embrace our darkness as well as our light, and embrace our body as well as our spirit. And I know this, like it's like her body might just be clearing and purging some negativities that she holds inside of her. 10 and a half, it's like, she's coming up against a lot of different thought forms, and she's been self-conscious and self-aware lately, like big time. And it's like, oh my God, she's been so self-conscious, and then this happens right on her face, which is going to add to the self-conscious energy. But I have to know that she's on a journey too, and she manifested this, and now she's going to have to learn how to clear this. And maybe it'll be a blessing for her to get over the insecurities, the excessive self-awareness and self-consciousness physically. So fingers crossed, y'all, fingers crossed. And then we end with milk thistle with forgiveness. And it says that life has taught you to protect yourself, but sometimes you end up hurting yourself. Milk thistle helps you to let go, through the power of forgiveness, all of the self-imposed restrictions and defensive armor that is making it hard for you to open and receive all the love and abundance the universe has flowing toward you. So yeah, the more I let down my armor, the more that we let in. And we've talked about this all the time. We even talked about it yesterday we pulled the rose card, crack us open, and then let's keep open so the energy can flow in and out. The energy of love and abundance, abundance and love. And yeah, that feels pretty good. Oh, so anyways, also yesterday I got a card in the mail from my friend Kathy, who um, hooked us up with a gift card just as a way to say thank you for all the readings that I do and the work that I do here. So thank you so much for that gift. Um, and but you know, it's interesting because it's like I never want people to give to me out of a place of guilt, you know, even though sometimes I know that's what I project. But as milk thistle is reminding me here, if I feel limited or restricted in any way with other people, as far as like giving and receiving in balance and abundance, it is self-imposed. It is all me. Like it's not anybody's anything that they should feel like, um, you know. I am learning. What am I stumbling on? I am learning that it's all me. I have created all of this, you know. So if I feel like, you know, in the past, like people haven't been, um, you know, generous or haven't been giving in balance, you know, or taking advantage of me, is my creation. You know, I instantly think about that $60,000 that I got screwed out of with my inheritance. And it's like, oh, wow, well, how did I manifest that? You know, like how did that come about? So, yeah, I've had to do a lot of different forgivenesses, a lot of different integrating to get back to tranquility for sure. Oh, my goodness. But, anyways, it was really interesting for me to get those cards yesterday about opening my heart and allowing more love in. And then I go check the mail, and there was a little envelope of love waiting for me. And I know she sent it from a sweet place. And yeah, I'm just really thankful for that. So anyways, I guess that's it. But it's not it for me because I cut the deck and a card fell out and another card I'm looking at the bottom. So I want to just end with 2 more flowers. I know like it was going to be a quick one here, but then I just thought, no, we need more. We need to raise my vibration because I feel like it could go higher. And the 2 cards that we're going to end up with, the 2 flowers, are echinacea and chamomile. So echinacea is about consciousness and chamomile is about stability. So we started this off with tranquility, with red clover, and we're going to end with chamomile, stability. And consciousness came through because we were just talking about mugwort and how mugwort opens and expands your consciousness to embrace all that you are. And echinacea is just firming that up, that yes, this is about expanding ourselves. This whole week with my Course in Miracles review, it's like, it's reminding me that I am not a body, right? I think that's how they all start out this week. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. And when things go wrong in our bodies, we have to expand our consciousness to realize that we're more than just a body. But when our bodies are acting out and acting badly, it's like we get so caught up in it, we think we are just a body, but we're not. Echinacea, which is maybe, I do have some echinacea glycerin. Thank you, echinacea. I'm going to roll over here and grab it because this is something that I could give my daughter today. Thank you, echinacea. Yeah, because we need to get the immune system. Yes, why didn't I think of that yesterday? Well, because I was too busy worrying and freaking out. All right. Echinacea stimulates and awakens your consciousness, helping break up and release outdated personal stories, emotions, and attachments that you are holding and that's holding you back from positive growth and self-realization and awakening awareness of your true self when you have forgotten or lost connection. So it's like, yeah, these outdated stories, like people screwed me out of money, nobody thinks I'm worth $1, blah, blah, blah. That's part of my lack consciousness, my lack vibration. And I need to stop telling those stories because I need to quit activating those emotions and attachment to negativities that are holding me back. Oh yeah, people love being a victim, okay? We all do. We all got a touch of it. And it's something that we need to let go. And of course, forgiveness with milk thistle is going to do that. So echinacea matches red clover and milk thistle. So we have this beautiful purplish. And we're ending on a sunny, beautiful note with chamomile stability. So that's another great tea that my daughter and I could both drink today to chill out. So we can get happy, so we can celebrate a birthday. We can celebrate 17 times around the sun. And we'll get there. We will get there. So even on a cloudy day when the sun is shining, it is just obscured. Chamomile reminds you that even when faced with challenges and difficulties, your soul's warmth, serenity, and equanimity is always present within, soothing and calming, helping you weather any storm in a relaxed, harmonious state. So these could not be any more perfect for me today. I hope that they are giving you some comfort too. Okay, we do have a little cloudy morning here, but the sun is still shining. Okay, it really is. Even though we got a few challenges today, a few little difficulties, we are still a soul. We are still a consciousness, and we still have that warmth and serenity and tranquility and equanimity, that calmness, and that's present that we can tap into. So it's a choice. I can either tap into the calm place within my heart, or I can get up there in my head and worry myself sick, right? And then worry that I'm not doing enough for my son's birthday, and worry about this and worry about that. Okay, we have a choice in every moment. So let's stay in our heart space. We can accept ourselves, like mugwort says. Accept all aspects of you. Embrace all that you are. But integrate yourself. Know that you are more. You are even more than what you think you are. You are multidimensional. You are consciousness. So expand more into that as well. Let your consciousness expand. And if you feel like, wow, I don't know if I can do that, well then go back to your forgiveness practice and see what is holding you back. Okay? And do that clearing work. So, wow, so good. All right, let's wrap it up so I can go lay back down. So thank you so much, Soul Flowers. Thank you, Red Clover. Thank you, Mugwort. Thank you, Milk Thistle. Thank you, Echinacea. And thank you, Chamomile. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to let you lay out on the table so after I lay down for a little bit, I can wake up and be reminded to stay in my heart space, stay in my calmness. Don't get in your head. Don't fall to fear. Don't fall to worry. Don't fall for those lower vibrational parts of you. Let's try to be stable and tap into that place of peace and tranquility, and forgiveness and love. And so, yeah, there's a lot of integration to do today, and I appreciate all these herbal allies for helping us expand our consciousness and keep us in a good feeling place and keep us on our path. So, yeah, I hope everyone has a beautiful day, regardless of their circumstances. And yeah, shout out to the law of forgiveness for keeping the entire universe together. So much love to you.